Tide Plays Games here, coming to you back with another video in my wonderful, wonderful world in my room with no floor. Anyways, the reason why I didn't post a video the last 2 days is I was getting materials ready to build the kitchen, because I think that's the next important thing, is start building a kitchen. Also, I did finish this room up a little more. I got the cutting table over here. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the anvil next to this. I think that'll make more sense. Also, I got rid of those chests that were all through here. This one's just full of the stuff for our kitchen build. And I did a little more digging downstairs, added some walls for support. There will be windows installed here. It's just gonna be a slow process, but yeah. And the Endermen still have not stopped taking stuff from my basement. Because Endermen have no respect for anybody else's belongings. I don't know why they're like that, but that's just Endermen for you. Also, I took the wall out, the floor down in my room, because I gotta do the flooring, I gotta do the snow walls, because, you know, being a polar bear, warm climate's pretty brutal for my character. Also, yeah, so let's get started on the kitchen. So for the kitchen build, I think we're gonna start right here. Would make the most sense. I think that's a pretty good size for a kitchen. Get this wall out. It's time to make my house feel more like a home and less like just some building I'm sleeping in, because that's what it feels like right now. Man, that classic Minecraft music just hits home in like a whole nother level. I remember watching the early Stampy Longnose videos and listening to that in the background. It was like, it's very relaxing music. What was that noise? There's like creepers and all sorts of things out right. And that's another reason why I want to start getting this built up, so I quit having mobs spawn in here. I had a couple of creeper explosions. Wasn't pretty. I'll just say creepers are a very relentless creature when it comes to right here. We're gonna have a set of double doors that will lead into the kitchen, because remember, I'm gonna build a big wraparound deck here, so heck, I even thought about doing this as a nice little sitting room, or maybe we could do it as a part of the kitchen. And we can do that. Like that. I think. And I guess we could start laying down or start building up the walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow. Oh great, it's raining. That means the mobs are gonna start coming out. I think that's a pretty good sized kitchen. We're just gonna have a huge deck that surrounds our house, which is fine. Maybe in the future we could think of something else to do with that. Because in order to do the snow in my room, this wall here has to come back a little more, like to almost here. Just to cover that extra bit of square footage I'll need. And then our living room's going to kind of go off in that direction. Our living area, and it's going to kind of overlook the jungle biome. It'll look good when it's done. I don't know if we should do it taller though. There we go. That's a little more acceptable of a height. Ow. That, and then we'll just expand this so it's just resting on that. And we don't have to fall to our death because we got the walls. So actually probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eliminate this. Kind of like so. I don't know now, should I expand the kitchen there or should I make this like a little nice green area in here? We could put like a couple crops in here or something, or be like a little small area. It just doesn't really make sense to have it. Yeah, the kitchen's gonna be a little bigger than I anticipated, but this does make a lot more sense. And it's kind of how I want it, so we'll have to go to sleep because let's put some torches down just so we don't have any unwanted guests. Yeah, you know all about unwanted guests, don't you? Here, I'll bring you with me, buddy. Crackers are just chilling here. Now I'm kind of like taking a liking to Junglewood. I know some people Junglewood's either love it or hate it, because everybody has a preference of material in Minecraft. Like we can all openly admit everybody has their preference for Minecraft materials. I worked with somebody that does not like Junglewood or Acacia. He's more of an oak person, but I don't mind Junglewood. Man, that Minecraft music is just like so nostalgic feeling. There we go. So we're gonna have two windows kind of in the corner there. And I think this will be like our main sitting area. Kind of like how my other house had it. And we'll just do that. Like that. Because I was originally going to do the walls out of oak, but it would just look weird if I'm doing everything out of Junglewood. It makes sense to do stuff out of Junglewood. If I'm building like a completely different structure, that's going to kind of be a little further away from the house, then I'll likely build it out of oak. But I always like having oak on hand just because it's always good to have oak. Plus I have so many saplings, oak saplings, so it's a bit crazy. We can start breaking up this flooring. Hey buddy. And I already did the second layer on the basement, so this is the basement ceiling we're walking on. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then when we do all like our cabinetry and our countertops, then it will look... Okay, why am I breaking that with a pickaxe? Sometimes you just get doing stuff and you don't even think you know what tools you're using. You're just like, oh heck, I'm using the wrong tool for that. I just realized we could probably make that maybe a little bathroom or something. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. If we move my wall up one more, we could probably make that a little tiny bathroom. It'd be a one-piece bathroom, but hey, we don't have any of that here. Alright, so I got polished granite. So we know for sure we're gonna have our countertops like this up to here. and do here. So it's gonna be a big L-shaped kitchen. And then we'll have like our refrigerator right there, and then it's just gonna be and then we'll have our island, which will kind of be right there. Yeah, we'll have that up to there. And then kind of right in this general area will be our, I guess, eating area, or maybe right here. So we'll start laying down our flooring. You to move out of the way there, buddy. I hope we have enough wool to do this flooring. Which may look like we will. All right, come on, Missy. There you go. I'll sit you down there. Oh, what am I doing? So, you know what? We're gonna have it. I don't know. It'd make more sense to move the kitchen this way. So we'll have to change some things here. I'll go get my shears so I'm not sitting there cutting wool like crazy. The kitchen design, I kind of had it in my head how I wanted it, but it's kind of different. So what will end up happening is we'll cut this out. And we'll go So what we're doing is we're actually taking down this wall. And we're gonna kind of move it over. Because the kitchen doesn't, I don't want the kitchen to have like big open spaces in it. It'll just be too weird. Like, it doesn't need to be super small, but it doesn't need to be overly large. Boom. I think that's good enough. All right, we need to go to sleep. So that's our island size. And this will be our wool. That. So kind of like that. And then along here we'll have our wall. So we'll build that out again. Oh, there's a bird in here. Get some oak. Kind of like that. Really? Does crackers need a friend? Do I even have any seeds? Alright, we're gonna tame this bird if we can with seeds. I'll use wheat seeds. Come here, Mr. Burb. There you go. Look at that, Crackers. You got a cockatiel friend. You know, I used to own birds a while ago now, be years ago. I owned budgies. Always wanted to own a cockatiel. But never got around to it. Plus now I have cats, so you can think cats and birds, they do not go together. They do not go together, so... You definitely got a good idea now. And now we got a burb. And this will kind of lead us out to my area outside. Because every video we're going to start off by walking. Here, we'll get rid of some of this extra material. There we go. we get to place the smokers. Let's put that stuff away. We'll grab ourselves some smokers. So we're gonna do 2 smokers. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we're gonna do some brick. And we're gonna do one of my all-time favorite materials, copper. That. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna get the brick. We're also gonna take this because we're gonna need this too. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna put my refrigerator right here, and then we're gonna put a nice little cabinet, bank of cabinets there, just so it looks good. But so far, so good. Put some torches down so I don't get a spawning of creepies. Put the crafting table next to the smokers. So I'm going to use the brick as well, but just because I'm a big copper person. I need 1 slab. Well, 6. We don't need 6 slabs, but turn the rest of those into those guys, and we'll go up the stairs. Is there a villager in here somewhere? Or is he just like right outside there? No. And then we'll put our little slab there. And we'll just kind of make like a nice little stove area. And then we'll do our chimney. Dang, why is that not working? We'll probably have to do this. There. There we go. There's our chimney for... It's very well put together, but there we go. There's our smokers. All right. What's next? Cabinets. And when we get enough iron... Oh yeah, we also got to do our center island. So I'm going to put that there. That there. We'll need to build a crafting table. This one will be specifically for cooking. Nothing else. We'll need to cut out the wall for the doors. We'll do that right now. And we'll get those placed. Just so it looks good and it looks clean. have acacia plants somewhere in here? Yes. I want to do acacia doors on there. I think that would look cool. Let's put that in there. We don't really need that. What else did I need to come up here for? Oh yeah, I need these cabinets. Or these barrels. Essentially, they're going to be our cabinets. We'll have to make some more. Of course, typical me, I didn't think that far ahead, but, you know, it is what it is. There we go. All right, we'll go to sleep. Okay, I need slabs and lots of them. You know what? Since I'm not using a lot of birch, I think birch will be our perfect contender for slabs. Because we're going to need a lot of barrels. There we go. And 15 should be good for now. We'll also grab some glass. Kind of like that. And I'm thinking doing like a small little section of them here. Or we could do it here. And then just kind of leave this section open. And then it's kind of like a nice little pantry to store food and whatnot. Which reminds me, we got to start building up the ceiling for this kitchen and start placing torches so we don't get any unwanted guests. There we go. And then this is where our refrigerator will go. And everything will be good. Now we got to build our ceiling. I was thinking about doing a flat roof, but I don't want to do a flat roof. Flat roof is like too plain. So I'll probably have to go cut down more of these trees. Because originally the plan was a flat roof, but I don't want to do a flat roof, so yeah. I'll have to go cut more of those down, and then we won't have issues with mobs spawning in there anymore. Typical. I always do that. I'm like, get a little too ahead of myself. But now we got somewhere to safely store our food. And now we can store our food. All prim and proper. There we go. I like that. Kind of sets our kitchen up for success. We're gonna go put this glass away and we're gonna go get ourselves some more oak logs. Luckily I know an area where there's a ton of oak. Sorry sheep, I just need your food. Get as many oak logs as we can. I've already committed serious acts of deforestation over here, so we'll just continue on. The house is starting to look good though. I also got an idea of what to build up top towards that hill. Something really big, and it has to do with when we eventually get a, I can't even think of it. Actually, I shouldn't tell you guys because if I do, then I'm kind of giving it away. But it'll be really cool. I want to build like a tower there. I still haven't been set on a design for the tower. Should I try and make it round? Should I make it square to match Minecraft? I don't know yet, but let me know down in the comments what do you think would look better. I think square just because it represents Minecraft better. Because Minecraft's a very blocky world. But it's going to be a very tall tower. It'll be kind of like the centerpiece to the house in our little world here that we're building up. Yeah, I think we have more than enough logs to start working on the ceiling. I know that's raw, but it's a very hungry polar bear and he needs to eat. Also, I don't know why I never dealt with that piece of cobblestone. One day I'll deal with it. Also, I'm going to start planting more trees over there, more spruce, more oak trees, and kind of fill that area up over there in that part of the map. We should have some food. Ooh. There you go. Now, I don't want you to come up here because you could fall and get hurt. You can sit down there with Crackers and his new friend. There we go. But just like the rest of the house, I want to keep the cobblestone and oak look, or cobblestone and jungle wood look, just because it looks really cool. So we'll do that quickly. The first row will be cobblestone. What am I doing? I'm crazy here. Plus, I need to go to the mines again. I need to yearn for the mines for coal, or not for coal, for iron. Oh, that's going to be cool. The gap's going to be cobblestone. We'll just do that for now. When we do the whole entire roof, that's going to be a lot of work, and I may not even do that on a video. I'm still not decided on that yet. But it'll happen. I don't want to have to worry about any leaking of any kind, but there we go. I'm going to want to put a torch up there for now, just so I don't get attacked by creepies. But there we go. The kitchen is, we'll say, partially completed. But I like it. Looks good. Yeah, see, look at all the creepies. Jeez, there's a lot tonight. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zombies just in this area alone. 2 skeletons, a creeper, another zombie. Also, I've noticed there's been a lot of witches spawning. I took out one witch already and she gave me cobblestone, or she dropped some redstone. I hate witches. I would say they're the one mob I actually fear in this game. But anyways, that being said, I will close this video off and we'll continue off in the next video. Probably building up my room, or we'll expand on the living area, the living room. I think that might be a better one, to expand on the living room. So again, with that being said, I really appreciate you watching. I really, really do. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.